Hello Stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I just wanted to show you how I created this fabulous card using the Country Home stamp set from the Holiday Mini Catalog. I have been loving this stamp set. Of course, it's got flowers in it, so you know I love it because of that. But there's just so many possibilities of ways to use both of the flower images, but also to add them to the milk jug or the pitcher. And it's super fun. Of course, there's always greetings too. And I always like a good stamp set that has greetings and images because I feel like it's an all-in-one stamp set. So I'm super loving this set for the fall and Thanksgiving holidays, but also I think I'll be using this all year round because it's very versatile for that. So I just wanted to show you how I created this card. There's a couple little tips and tricks that I have, but otherwise it's a fairly basic card. One of the things that I used to get those two images with the cotton there was I actually used the Stamparatus, and I found it super helpful because my image here, whenever I stamp it in Memento Black, because I'm coloring it with Stampin' Blends, then sometimes I find it doesn't come out perfectly, so it's great to be able to re-ink it and stamp it back down again. Also, I want to make sure that my image is side by side, but I'm not overlapping or too far to one side or the other. So here I'm just going to ink it up in the Memento Black and stamp it down. There you have those two fabulous images. So I actually just used my Stampin' Blends to color that in. I didn't actually do blending, I just colored them with the various colors. Of course, you can always color it however you wish. I used Lovely Lipstick, Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, and I used the Old Olive. Of course, there isn't a white Stampin' Blends marker, but the cotton is white. So for that, I actually used the Whisper White colored pencil to be able to color in my little cotton pieces. So that's how I colored all of the images there. So next I wanted to show you how I did all that layering for the greeting down there. So for the greeting here, I actually have a little bit of the chicken wire, and then of course I have all my little strips of paper. So of course I stamped the greeting, again from the Country Home stamp set, onto some Whisper White, and I'm just going to add this to some Pumpkin Pie flat with snail adhesive. Whenever I stamped the greeting, I wanted to make sure that my greeting was stamped off to the right hand side so that I would actually have room for the twine on the other side. So you can see how I did that there. So for that, I actually, if I were to tie it around and tied it into a bow, my bow would have been sideways and I wanted my bow to be up and down. So I took a little piece of the braided twine and I just wrapped it around to the back side. And then now I'm just going to secure that with Stampin' Dimensionals. So now you see I have both of those ends secured with Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm just going to finish it out with more Stampin' Dimensionals on the rest of the image. And of course, I'm an overuser of dimensionals, and I feel like there needs to be one closer to the edge over here. So I'm going to add a second one, or a third one, I guess, down there to that end. Now, to add this onto our project, of course, the chicken wire is very difficult to be able to adhere. So what I did is I actually didn't adhere it at all. I just placed it down and then added this piece on top and then our greeting on top of that. Let me show you how I did that. So the one thing you'll want to do is you'll want to make sure that your yellow piece isn't up too high to where you're going to cover it with your orange piece. So I'm just going to set this about where I want it to go on my card, and now I'm going to add adhesive to my yellow piece and make sure that it's down low enough that it's peeking out. And I'm going to press nice and hard so that it's sinking through that chicken wire and holding it on nice and secure. And now I'm just going to peel off the backs of my Stampin' Dimensionals and add this to my project. I can always color those images later. I don't think it'll be a problem to set this on first. So there, that's how I got that fabulous greeting. Now, of course, we can't forget our bow. So I took another piece of the braided twine and made little bunny ears and then tied a knot with those two little bunny ears. And that's how we have our fabulous little bow. So I added the bow to the card front with some little mini glue dots and then just secured him right there. And then I added this to a card base of old olive cardstock. So that's how I created this fabulous little card, and ways to show you how to do that little faux bow, as well as securing the chicken wire without actually having to use adhesive, and a fun little way to get white cotton since we don't have a white Stampin' Blends, but we do have a white watercolor pencils. So super perfect to be able to do that. Don't forget to check out my blog, laurasstampad.com, as I'll be posting more pictures of these as well as more details on the dimensions and everything for this card. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you all next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.